to Sunday Live on Life with the Wolfies. I hope everybody read the disclaimer. Okay. I can dance around some topics, but there are just some things that YouTube will not allow me to talk about, but we'll do the best we can to go as we go forward. Where's my chat? Hang on a second. All right, wait a second. Nobody's talking. Hey, Faisy. Nobody's talking, and that's okay. Hey, Faisy, Melody Ray, Isabel Rudd, or is it Rude? And aloha, Seashell, Martha Holcomb, just me. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Jean Phillips, Melody Ray. All right. How's everybody doing today? Howie, you want to come and get this card before it gets lost? Let's burn some sage. Do I stand, Luna? I don't know what that means. Hi, Julie, Jean, Edie. Hi. Smoke of the sacred white sage. Please purify our chat, our intentions. Give us clarity to see through the eyes of love and push back all negative intent. Okay. Hi, Patricia and Jean Kubicek. How's it going? How is everybody doing today? I thank you. I love my clouds too. I tried to do a studio downstairs, but several things I wasn't counting on. My skin not liking the makeup, the amount I was going to have a problem with the stairs. And yeah, so that room is going to be turned back into a TV room kind of thing because right now I can't use it as a studio. Hi, Yolanda Mitchell. How are you? Julie Otson, Jean Phillips. And hello to Nana Papu. Formula of Joshi. Okay, I'm not seeing any more names at the moment. So, before we get started, can you turn that down a bit, dear? I'm going to bring out some cards. Soul's Journey. Ooh, hey. Oracle, White Light Oracle. Work Your Light Oracle. And if anybody just needs some inspiration, there is The Universe Has Your Back and the Starseed Oracle. United Nations aircraft spotted at local airport. Video pinned on my account. Wakey. Yeah, where is that? What airport are you talking about? Okay. You could be in Sweden for all I know. So you have to give me more details than that. I'm not going to check your video unless where's my tinfoil hat? Oh, I don't need one. I have a Q-Link. So anyway, hey, preschooler, well, Crafty, Vicky, Carol Benjamin, Jean Phillips. I got Jean Phillips, didn't I? I know Howie is watching NASCAR. How do I know Howie's watching? How do I know you're watching NASCAR? I'm not watching NHRA. He's watching NHRA. You were wrong, but you were close. Oh, no, is Howie watching NASCAR? No, Howie's not watching NASCAR. He's watching NHRA. Spotted at a local airport. Pinned on my account. Wakey. Bagetta? What, dear?
I I said, I don't watch race cars go in circles. I watch them go really fast in a straight line.
Here, dear.
I'll get that in a minute.
Okay. I'm going to ask you, Brigretta, or whatever your name is, Brigitta. I appreciate your wanting people to see that, but this is no place to, start to stir up political stuff. Okay. So do that, post that again, and I will block you. And 9 times out of 10, when I block, it's permanent. What's wrong with where you are now? Hi, Sarah Young. Well, can you fix my curtain when you come out of the bathroom, dear? I see a line of light and it's bugging me. What's happening right now is, okay, a lot of people don't understand what's going on. The Prime Minister invoked the Emergencies Act. Now, that's not permanent unless Parliament and Senate say so. And they're voting on that tomorrow. But what it does do is it gives the Prime Minister time to pull out all the horses and his freeze bank accounts, arrest people, shove people around with horses and all that stuff. It gives him a week. Now you think about this. Why would Parliament allow this to go on for a week when all they have to do is debate it for 10 hours? Right? Why would they let it go on for a full week before they vote on it? Because he's taking care of a potentially difficult situation downtown Ottawa. And when it's all taken care of, they will vote and say, no, the Emergencies Act is not necessary. And then they will use everything that everybody else in the country knows about Trudeau to kick him out. Lost connection. Oh, are you kidding? Howie, are you watching on the internet? Scheisenheimer. Okay. You can't do that with your phone?
I could probably put it over to LTE.
Could you for while I'm living? Or data? Who cares? I'm pretty sure I'm in a credit right now with them. So if this is looking pixely, Howie's going to stop watching his races on the internet, and he's going to go to LTE and cast it from his phone to his TV. Modern stuff, eh? Where is Gracie? I know you don't know me, but could you do a card for me? Whatever you want, I'll just find it interesting. Okay. Okay. And if you feel like, expressing your appreciation and a $1.99 tip, I will be more than glad. But yes, I'm working on it. And hi, Just Me. How's it going? I cannot accept live streams right now. Okay, Just Me. Yolanda, this is for you. Woo, this is for Yolanda. Did I lose another card somewhere? I could have swore 2 of those flew out. Okay. Yolanda, abundance. I'm a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Okay, Yolanda, this comes with a warning. Be really careful when you start practicing manifesting chants and stuff that you learn on TikTok. Okay? Everything you manifest has to come. I didn't see it drop. And you know what? It'll probably show up tomorrow in a drawer or something ridiculous. Every time you manifest something, it has to come from somewhere. And more often than not, when you are manifesting from within yourself, what you get, what you want, is also being manifested from within yourself, and you're depleting. You be really careful. It's an exchange. That is why it is so important for you to really be serious and know what you're asking for. That was Yolana. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hi, Hina. New Zealand. Okay, you'll be next. Just me. What am I feel? Oh, you know what we haven't pulled out? Just me. You're calling the energy card, the energy oracle cards. You, I know he is. Woo. I know he is. Affair. I get it. Totally. Now we got 2 cards. The second chakra, Archangel Ariel, which is not your root, but the one up, and it's your gut. I think the gut's higher up, actually. It's in between your root and your gut. And what this is telling you is you really, just me, you really, really need. Now, listen, folks, a disclaimer. Just because these cards may read differently for somebody else, I do this intuitively without a book. So the next person could get these exact same cards, but it's not going to mean the same thing, okay? Oh, that's really cool, Nana Popo. Okay, so listen to your instinct. Listen to your visceral being. Okay? You've got something going on in your near personal life. When I say near personal life, it could be distant, like cousins or friends. You got some conflict going on, just me. But you need to stop arguing and listen to your gut, because the battle is going to be fought for you. This is Michael, the archangel, and he's the angel of battle. And he's got your back. You just have to breathe and not necessarily engage whoever is trying to get you drawn into a controversy. Does that make sense? Just me? All right. Now we have, hey, Hina, Wader Tukai. Tutaki? Wow. Those names, I wasn't actually shuffling this deck for you. So if it happens again, Hina, Wader, Tukai. No, this isn't your deck. This is the White Light Oracle. Again, I'm not using books. You can through PayPal, but I won't see it until later. You can through PayPal, which is mrswolfie@gmail.com. Or you can tip using Super Chat. Okay, Hina. Maybe it isn't the white. Whoa! Okay, that's the one right there. I thought maybe it wasn't the White Light Oracle. Wow. Okay. There are 3 of them here. Hina, I see New Zealand, right? Ivory, wish-fulfilling crow. Okay? You have been waiting for something. And it's not necessarily material. But if you see a white crow or a white bird, that I'm not sure, maybe it's a cockatiel, I don't know, but there's a white bird that's going to come soon and tell you, when you see this bird, you will know that, your wishes are being worked on. Spirit of the bear. Spirit of the bear is to me is protection. Okay? You are seeking protection from an attack. You need protection from some kind of cyber attack. I'm getting like Facebook or email or something that somebody is hiding behind to attack you, and the bear will protect you. Just don't engage. Garuda Supana. You know what that tells me? It tells me that the white wish-fulfilling crow knows that you need protection, is watching all, and just be careful what you ask for. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, where am I in chat? Invite Doherty. I can't invite live. Or the cards mean something is out of your hands. Well, it all depends, Nana, on what I'm pulling, right? Or it means the card's out of my hands. More often than not, I have shuffled cards and saw one fly off and then not found it. I have found cards in the oddest places. I have found cards stuck like this in between the keys of my keyboard when I wake up in the morning that I lost the day before. I have found a card where I've opened a drawer that was closed and it was actually slid up against the front of the drawer, so it couldn't be seen whenever I opened the drawer, but I found it the next day, right? I have found cards that are on my chair, right? So not always do the cards. Hi, Seashell. Wait a minute. It's Avonleanne's birthday? Okay. What's your first name? I know I should know it, but I always go by Avonleanne, so. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Nana. Happy Sunday. I need your name. So, Leanne, okay. This is for you, Leanne, for yesterday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sweet Leanne. Happy birthday to you. And I sang happy birthday to my baby this afternoon when I finally got him on the phone. Hey, Autumn Fireside. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you, darling? Whoa. Hey, Autumn. Somebody's got something they want to say to you. You're going through Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing, and activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust that you're being led. Okay, Autumn Fireside. You have been working on some deep mental and emotional and spiritual healing, and it's showing. Okay, trust that. Trust your instincts that you are feeling the places of power, that you are drawing energy from the earth. Okay, deep cellular healing. That could mean anything from, I'm sensing past trauma, childhood trauma. I don't want to go too deep into what I see, but I'm sensing childhood trauma, but you're going through some cellular healing, and know that that can be really painful, but that you're in the right place. Trust the power of the earth and your faith to help you ground and center to accept this miraculous healing you're going through. But remember, sometimes it's painful to heal. It itches. It's nasty, but you just gotta keep on it. You're welcome. Carol Biggs. Hey, Carol, what would you like? Sandra from Geraldine, Ontario. Hi, Sandra. How are you? How are things going? Now, listen. All this stuff that's been going on in downtown Ottawa. Carol Biggs, that's not your card. This is. Hi, Floran. How are you? Hey, Angie. How's it going? Thank you for the rose. And I love it when people tap the screen and give me hearts because they're so pretty. Okay, Carol Biggs. This is for Carol Biggs. No, it's not. Oh, maybe you are. This one jumped, actually. We are pulling a card for Carol Biggs. No, I keep going back to the same thing that keeps calling me, which is Soul's Journey. Whoa, there it is. Okay, Carol Biggs. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. I'm hearing that you're working really, really hard at accepting life. Even though this is right side up, you are accepting it. You are accepting a lot of things in your life, but you're not necessarily happy. Whoops, I dropped it. My hands don't always work, folks. Wait. Oh, where's my chair? I don't want to fall. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. But I'm sensing, this says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Okay. So, but it's upside down. So what's going on is you're working really hard at being patient with what the universe is bringing to you. Okay. But you're not, while you're waiting, okay, the universe is trying to tell you that you're not correctly filtering something through the eyes of love. And when I say the eyes of love, hi, Patty. When I say the eyes of love or the heart, it means looking at things through your heart, like stepping on a different square. If somebody is requiring your patience, then it's because you are not trying to put yourself in their position. Does that make sense, Carol? So you need to take a deep breath and actually practice some patience and listen, because somebody's trying to give you a message, but you're not hearing it through love. You're hearing it differently. So please pay attention to that. Happy B-Day. Have a man. That's so funny. Hi, Connor. Hi, Condemn. Oh, God, the names are going by so fast, and I don't get to see them as much as I would like. And this shirt keeps rolling up. So how's everybody? My birthday was yesterday. I turned 60. Can you pull a card for me, please? Of course, Karen Doc. Of course. What does Karen want? Karen wants the Energy Oracle. Whoa, I guess Karen does want the Energy Oracle. And that is Yin Yang. Yin Yang. Do you know what that means? It means, Karen, that you are having a really hard time finding the balance in your life. Now, I don't know why this is telling me that, because it came out upright, or maybe it didn't. Maybe it's the way I grabbed it. But balance with mental, emotional, and spiritual are warring within you somehow. Okay? So you need to take some deep breaths and get grounded and lean on whatever faith you have and ask your creator to help you see things a little more clear, help you see your way to balance. Does that make sense? Okay, but there's something, no, seriously, Karen, something in your life is off balance. So you may want to really, really do some deep meditation to find out what that is, because that's what I'm getting. Something's off balance. Maybe it's the way you left a conversation with somebody. Maybe it's, I'm feeling it's a conversation you had that you agreed to disagree, but you haven't accepted it and put it to rest. So you're feeling off balance. Do try and look at that. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I'm getting. And if I'm not getting it for you, I'm getting it for somebody. Patty, okay. Hey, Ninja. Hi, Jessica. How are you? Okay, let's pull. Oh, the universe has your back, Patty. What's to choose from? Well, it all depends on what calls me. There is the universe has your back. Starseed Oracle, Energy Oracle, Work Your Light Oracle, White Light Oracle, Soul's Journey, and the universe has your back. This is for Patty. Oh, okay, Patty. In any moment, ooh. Okay, you got 3. And this could be for anybody. So if you're asking for a card, nope, didn't happen. So strange. Okay, well, maybe maybe the card was completely upside down and you have balance. But maybe the card wasn't for you, Karen. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. I only do what I see and what I feel, not what you want, right? In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. You are fully aware of this. I am the dreamer of my dream, which means you are the manifester of your realities. However, you are almost, it says I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust what I focus on will grow. You're not. So you can surrender. Okay. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. And you are aware that you're completely capable in this stillness of manifesting your dreams. However, you don't believe that. You don't. There's something stopping you, Patty. There's a blockage. This is going to sound really off base. Could it be alcohol? But there's a blockage somewhere. There's an issue you're having that is not allowing you to see the fact that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and you're the one that has the power in great connection with Creator to trust that you're in a good place. You are in a good place. You're doing the right things. You just don't trust yourself. Oh, shoot. Dropping cards all over the place. All right. So, Bev, my daughter Sarah is here with me. Hey, Avonland. Hey, Sarah. For my birthday, we are enjoying your live together. She said you have a lovely voice and thank you for the happy birthday song. Well, thank you, Sarah. I mean, if that's all I do is sing happy birthday, but everybody on Freaky Friday knows. Everybody on Freaky Friday knows that my biggest power, not power, how do you put this? My biggest connection with you're welcome, darling. Okay. My biggest connection comes through music. Usually, the more I sing, the better I feel. Yeah, except for Karen Dock. Apparently, they just didn't do for her what she had hoped. She didn't see anything in it. So there is that. I mean, I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form. I just do what comes. Right? So what's everybody doing today? I'm going to remember that roast beef I got for Christmas? I just took the last pack of the sliced roast vacuum sealed sliced roast beef out of the freezer, dropped it in the crock pot with some hot water to warm up, and I'm going to make Papa hot roast beef sandwich with green beans for supper. It does happen. It does happen. Whoa. Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is twice this has come up. Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you are led. Okay? Many, many, many times, I don't understand why. For instance, let me give you a really simple explanation. I'm driving through Ottawa one day, and I drive by Value Village, every time. But this one day I go, ooh, something, I got to go into Value Village. I don't know why, but there was a crock pot. You know what I mean? It may be something as simple as going into a store and getting a crock pot, or it may be you don't understand where you're standing right now, but you need to trust that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Don't know who needed to hear that, but it was for you. You're making breakfast for dinner tonight. Ooh. I just, I have a little roast in the oven, or not in the oven, in the freezer, but I'm saving it for another Sunday. I want to eat what's, the last of the Christmas roast. So, I will have a toasted roast beef sandwich and some vegetables. But Howie wants, the way to do it, you got to butter 2 slices of bread on both sides. And then lay the hot roast beef, pour some gravy on it, lay the other slice of bread on top, pour more gravy on it. Yeah, his doctor really hates it when I do shit like that. When I do stuff like that. I don't know how to invite people to go live. I really don't. Gonna make bacon wrap meatloaf for supper. Woo! I've been there, done that. Are you stuffing that puppy? Because you can stuff it unless it's already done. I've done that. Where I make a long meatloaf or a meatloaf in a pan, and then I take a jar with a lid, but it's got to be all the same length, like a plum sauce jar, a VH plum sauce jar or something. Press it down into the meatloaf, pull it out, and then fill the center with like stuffing or broccoli and cheese or something like that, and then put another layer of meatloaf over top, then wrap it in bacon. Yeah, I'm hungry. Hi, Martha. How are you, darling? What's going on, just me? What did I just miss? Oh, honey. Well, I hope you feel better soon. You're quite welcome, Patty Pam. Patty Perna. Sorry. Hey, Blondie Bella. Blondie Bella. That sounds familiar. But the way things are going, we just got to get through to tomorrow. I had a really, really rough week as Mary Brown's chicken here. Best legs in town. Mary Brown's best legs in town. But I think tomorrow I'm going to do something like chicken and rice or whatever, because we've been eating a lot of homemade egg noodles, which is tomorrow's video. My baked Swedish meatball is tomorrow. So I body ache, sore throat, severe headache. Oh, sounds like you've got the corona. And if you do, don't worry about it. It's been downgraded to like the cold and flu. So drink lots of fluids. Move around whenever you can. Like if you get up to go to the bathroom and you're in bed, you get up to go to the bathroom, do a lap around the house. Drink some water. Keep clear fluids going in. And take your Tylenol and keep on trucking, baby. You will feel better soon. I'm getting a chest cold, feeling rather yucky, so I put on a ham roast in the crock pot. Again, take your vitamins, vitamin C, zinc, D3, okay? And lots of clear fluids, okay? Planning some penny pinching meals for next week. Thank you, Bev, for helping me to kick into this. Oh, good job. Well, like today is our penny pinching meal. It's the roast. I see you have a YouTube award. What channel is it? That's for our half-acre homestead. Not our half-acre homestead. And I got, I'm really slow. I've been at this for like almost 13 years. Well, 12 and a half years. And I just made it to 100,000 subscribers, like, I don't know, 6 months ago or something. And because I'm not everybody's cup of tea. You know what I mean? If you go to my our half acre homestead channel, you're not going to find a whole lot of political stuff. You're going to find me cooking, canning, gardening, you know, hell, some of my old videos, you'll find out how to milk a goat, all kinds of stuff. So now the channel I'm live streaming on right now is called Life with the Wolfies. And that's as we move forward from being more heavy hitting homesteaders into retirement age. My daughter just got over influenza with a secondary double ear infection. Influenza was 100 times worse than the vid. Yeah, I bet. Well, it's Sunday. Aren't we supposed to feel a little lazy today? You tested negative. The tests, was it a rapid test? Because they're so, I have heard they are really bad for giving false positives and negatives. What's the channel? Our Half Acre Homestead. All one word. Just Google it. It'll show up. Trust me. There's probably over 2,000, 2,500 videos on that. And so I had to reorganize them a couple of years ago in playlists by the year. Now I have playlists for all kinds of stuff, but I have playlists for each year, and I have playlists for like home economics. I have playlists for making things stretch in these economic times, all that stuff. Have a ball. Well, your day's always my cup of tea. You're always my cup of tea. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Yes, it was a rapid. So, I mean, just be safe. Like, let's forget about the vid. Okay? We all have, that's what they're saying. We all have to learn to live with it, which is what should have happened in the first place. Right? Okay? Nothing's changed, and the shots haven't changed. Okay? They're just, you know, it's so, as far as I'm concerned, it's so unnecessary now. All the mandates, all the masks, all the vaccine passports, all that stuff is totally unnecessary. Andrew from Yorkshire. Okay, hang on a second, darling. Go out and come back in, Andrew. And then this channel that I'm live streaming on right now, see, I don't live stream anymore on our half acre homestead because most of our half acre homestead folks don't like live streaming. And most of the Life with the Wolfie stuff look forward to my live streams twice a week, Thursdays and Sundays. But my patrons, this is now, I know it sounds like I'm on social media all day, but I'm not. My patrons are Monday, Wednesday, and Freaky Friday, and those are unlisted. And that's where you get real raw. And then there's my Rumble channel. How are you, Andrew? My big plans to get stuff done in the house didn't get done. I slept till 3. Yay! You know why? Because you needed it, darling. Because you needed it, darling. Joe, I'm pulling you. The universe has your back card. For my Joe Mama. There it is. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Do you know what that means, Joe? That means you need to rest and look after yourself, or you're not going to be any help. You know, you're not going to be able to handle this much longer if you don't get the rest that you've been getting. So good for you. Floran says, never mind. What do you mean, Floran? What? Can you pull a card, please, Floran? Soul's Journey. Hey, Patricia Davis, how are you? Thank you, Seashell. Floran. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. You know you can do whatever you set your mind to, but make sure it's perseverance for the right reasons and not pushing through because of stubbornness. I hope that makes sense. I've been glued to Twitter, disgusted with the police in Ottawa. Trust me, Andrew, most of those aren't even real cops. I'm laying money. Okay, before I get hit with misinformation, it is my considered opinion that most of those, especially the ones on horseback and holding lines, there's a reason you can't see their badges and their names. All right? This is Trudeau's temper tantrum. I want my streets back. Okay, you'll get your streets back. Truckers are just going to move to the outskirts and then bus in every weekend to do more protesting because you can't arrest people for protesting on foot. Unless this emergency act passes. Now, everybody's saying, I don't trust. Okay, excellent. I don't necessarily, everyone's saying, well, I don't think it's good. I think they're going to pass it because everybody in Parliament's like, well. But the truth is they're actually just delaying the vote until tomorrow. Why? Because Trudeau, in his temper tantrum, is solving a problem that they don't want to have to deal with after they boot him out. Boom! There's my big flag for the day. Hey, teasers, pleasers. Shalimar, hubby picked up 2 family-sized trays of extra lean ground beef. Yes, $3.88 a pound. That's good. And some bakery cheese bun because he was craving burgers. 1 pound went into burger making. 5 pounds went into the freezer. Yes. Hey, Tina Earl, how are you, darling? So, I mean, I'm on a 7-day ban on Twitter. They can ban you on Twitter? Oh, see, every once in a while, I don't go on Twitter. I post on Twitter, like my videos and live streams and stuff. How are you, Tina? Hi, Tony. I post my videos and stuff on Twitter, but I can't stop to look at Twitter, or I just start frothing at the mouth. And then I have to go to my happy place and burn sage and do deep breathing and stuff because Twitter is just toxic wasteland. It really is. That is a really good deal. That is a really good deal. And yes, I'm on Rumble. If you want to really see me uncut, uncensored, it's on Rumble. Just don't bother trying to ask me for links. Just go Mrs. with a capital M, Vulfie with a capital V. All one word. Mrs. Vulfie at Rumble. Not rumble.com, not Rumble, nothing. Mrs. Vulfie at Rumble. Google that. You'll find me. Hey, from across the pond in Wales. My husband's grandfather came over on the orphan ships from Wales. And his dad's side of the family's goes back all the way to Waterford, Ireland. Welsh and Irish. Ugh. But then Wales gave us What's New, Pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's New, Pussycat? Even now, Tom Jones is still hot. That wrinkly old ass. Aces! Yeah, you got kicked off of Twitter for calling someone hun? I've said a few really nasty things that echo. You've seen my thumbnail on Facebook with the black flag that says Trudeau. Then I've gotten, you shouldn't use that word. Find something else. United Nations. Okay, you have been, I asked you nicely. I'm going to mute you. I'm not going to block you. I'm just going to mute you. Okay? Because I asked you not to post that again. Where am I located? I'm located in Quebec, Canada, not Quebec City. This is where people get confused. Quebec City. Quebec City is in the province of Quebec. I live in Western Quebec, so close to the Ontario border that my husband works in Ottawa. Okay? That's where I'm located. We had a carry-in dinner, and you guys, I came home energized. I hadn't realized how much I missed hugs and shaking hands, supporting each other in person. Gloriously normal. Absolutely. The convoy has been removed from the downtown core of Ottawa. Has it, dear? Has the convoy been removed from downtown Ottawa? Yes, it has been removed from downtown Ottawa. So all the negative Nancys and Nugents can sleep. And I understand that that was the horns and everything were really, really hard for people. I'm gonna be discriminatory here. And I'm gonna say if you could afford to live in an apartment in downtown Ottawa, in the core of Ottawa, you can afford to go to a motel to get your sleep. No, you shouldn't have to, but that's your choice, isn't it? But all the trucks have been moved out of Ottawa. No, they're still standing strong. They're still standing strong. This is the thing. They've moved to the outskirts of Ottawa, 40 to 70 kilometers outside of the downtown core. And what they're going to do is they're going to start busing people in for on foot protests. This is not over. It's not over until Trudeau stands down and Parliament votes whether or not the Emergencies Act is actually necessary or not. Well, they brought in horses and trampled people and rubber bullets and everything. They let Trudeau have his temper tantrum. Now it's going to be all cleaned up by Monday so that whoever puts Trudeau in his place, which is, in Alaska somewhere, sorry, Alaskans, but as far, Nunavut, let's send them to Nunavut. And whoever takes his place is not going to have to deal with the backlash of what Trudeau has done. You understand? I thought they were only protesting the stopping the mandates. Well, that was the point. Mandates, vaccine mandates, mask mandates, vaccine passport mandates. They all got to go. Lockdowns, curfews. All right. This has been tyranny. And there's going to be the generation down from me, the millennials, or down from my husband, the millennials, who are going to get angry when I say it's been tyranny. But they're lifting the mandates, because until they do lift the mandates here in Quebec, I can't go to Costco. I can't go to Canadian Tire. I can't go to Home Depot in Quebec because I am unvaccinated. Right? So what is that if not tyranny? What is that if not the government? I got a new Rumble for you too here, folks. Hang on a second. I'm going to give you my latest Rumble. Let me just find it. Oh, and it's already had 11 views. I don't get a lot of views on Rumble because people don't know where to find me. Hang on a second. Do this. Pop my chat out here. And put this here. Okay. It's not over. But they want Trudeau gone now too? You honestly think that he can stay after what he's done to this country? They may not want Trudeau. People may not want Trudeau gone. But if you can't look at the fact that he knew and he downplayed that this convoy was coming to Ottawa, he called it a small fringe movement, right? And then they came and he would not engage in dialogue. What is the first thing you do when there's any kind of standoff? You bring in a negotiator and you open a dialogue. What did he do? He hid, called COVID. I got COVID. I'm sick. I got to isolate. That was hiding, okay? I know I'm not misunderstanding your comment, but Trudeau is the reason that this got escalated as far as it did, because he would not communicate with the truckers. My question is, in order for them to stop the protest, do they want him to step down? I don't know. I know I do. I know I want him to step down. Boris Johnson apparently had COVID twice, a nice way to hide. Well, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is the sensible thing to do would be not to ignore or downplay what is coming to your doorstep, but deal with it before it gets here. All the other provinces are starting to drop mandates. And please, everybody says, oh, mandates are provincial. I'm sorry, but when the prime minister gives each province and territory $1 billion just to roll out vaccine passports, pretty sure he's been financing all of this bullshit. Okay? So all the other provinces are starting to drop the mandates. And what's he do? He says the truckers have to have vaccine passports. The heroes that were making sure everybody got food, everybody got medication, everybody got their goods and services throughout the pandemic, most of them unvaccinated. And what he's not telling people is 90% of those truckers who are protesting were vaccinated. 90%. Do you know why? Because some of them believed in it, some of them felt forced to keep their jobs. Coercion and choice are two totally different things. Isn't tomorrow a family day and a government holiday? Well, isn't Saturday? But they were in Parliament yesterday. And wouldn't that be the faux pas nobody was looking for? We can't vote. It's a holiday. And then it passes. But I don't think it'll go that far. I honestly don't. Watch Ted's Come and Take It video on his site. Oh, is that Ted Nugent? What's that called? What's that song called, dear? Oh, the Ted Nugent song you like. Stranglehold. Love Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent, if you ever see this, I got shitty knees, but if you set me up in a blind, I'll hunt with you anytime. I would love, that's on my bucket list, is to hunt with Ted Nugent on his preserve. Just an FYI, Rumble notifies me a whole day late on everything. It's annoying. Well, I mean, Rumble's blowing up right now, right? I mean, I heard I saw that they offered Joe Rogan $100 million contract to leave Spotify, and I hope he does. So, and get it, Joni Mitchell and Neil Young pulled their contracts from Spotify because Joe Rogan's just a guy, man. He's just like me. He just sits and talks and makes links and asks questions, right? And then he comes out and he apologizes because he used the N-word in reference to like musical lyrics and stuff and asking like, why is it okay? And all that stuff. But what he didn't realize, he says he should have said the N-word, not actually the word. So the poor guy is like apologizing for a mistake, and people are painting him as a racist, and he's not. Joe Rogan's a great dude. I love Joe Rogan. Highly recommended Getter. What's Getter? Hi, EJ. What do you think of the Prince Andrew case? I don't give a shit. Honestly, I'm a Canadian, but I've been done with the royals for years. As far as I'm concerned, we should have cut that umbilical cord over 100 years ago. But what I did hear was not nice. And apparently the Queen is paying what's the settlement on Prince Andrew? $20 million. $20 million was settled on the person. And now the Queen's cut him off. That's what I heard, but that's all I can say. Hey, pickleballer, how's it going? We, us taxpayers, may be paying it. Yeah, well. Yeah, well, maybe. But he really shouldn't be apologizing apologizing for making a mistake, yes. But being hounded for it, absolutely not. The man's apologized. When you apologize. People can accept it or not, but he's cleaned his side of the street, right? Joe Rogan, if you ever see this, call me on live. I want to talk to you. Should be in criminal court. Well, you know what? Andy. But the thing is people can't get away with this kind of crap anymore. Oh, I'm doing good, pickleballer. What's a pickleball? What's a pickleball? Am I opening a can of worms? Did I just say something on live stream that actually shouldn't have ever been said? Because how are the seeds going? Oh, the seeds are doing well. My leaks have not come up. Now I haven't had another package, but I don't know what's going on. Because they should be coming up at the same time as the celery. And the celery is now starting to burst through the seeds. Oh my goodness. Do you remember I planted Andy who doesn't sweat. Well, would you sweat if you had the queen at your back? The only person I'd sweat in front of would be her if I was her child, right? Well, that would be awesome, Rebecca. Pickleball is a game. Okay. Like volleyball. Okay. Thank you. Well, I've played that game, Cards Against Humanity, and I have really not understood some terms. And it made for some hilarious answers. For instance, Meatloaf the Man, Meatloaf the Meal. I can't even say those things. But there was one answer I put that I thought it was something totally different. And the first word was glory. And the second one, and I thought it was like my honey, or how he calls his favorite fishing spot when he was young. He used to call it the honey hole. Well, I thought it was like that. So I used it in that context. Oh my God. The riot of laughter. She did end up in the hospital. How is she? Mama, how is she? Please tell me that they're giving her, that they're not. Please tell me that she's not on a vid. Please keep us posted. Okay? God, protect, love, and soothe Mama Cat and her mother, who both need your love and support and strength right now. Thank you. She's got COVID pneumonia, but she's bad, but okay. Honey hole for Nebraska is the outhouse. Well, see, the honey hole that I've ever known was a favorite fishing spot, right? No way. Not Ted Nugent. Howie, someone just said Uncle Ted is joining the U.S. convoy. Yes. Da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da da dum. I love Ted. Absolutely. I'm dying like bologna sandwiches in The Coal Miner's Daughter. Yes, exactly. Right? We get to like bologna sandwiches make you horny. What's that? So then she gets on a live interview and goes, well, he'd get tacked and horny. Then we'd get to laughing and joking. He'd get tacked and horny and said, Loretta, spread me up one of them bologna sandwiches. And she got kicked off the radio because she thought horny meant cutting up, making funny. Remember, she was married at 14. Right? Take care, Rebecca. They are putting up the fences around the White House in D.C. already. Well, Canada, blame Canada, right? If that's what it takes for the world's eyes to open, that government has gotten too frickin' big for its britches. It's too big for the common person like me, a critical thinking, intelligent person, to make hide nor tail of. It's too big for us to follow all the steps it takes to understand what's actually happening in the government. And two, it's so big that it's easily, as we are seeing, easily manipulated from the inside. There is a convoy in the US, Michelle Maria, for the same reason there was in Canada. It's called Freedom Convoy. Okay? If the Liberal government has their way, they'll take our hunting weapons as well. Right? So, come on, Uncle Ted. We got you. It's all about, I mean, it's happening now in Australia. Well, last I heard, they were doing a trucker convoy to Canberra. It's happening in Sweden. It's happening in Finland. It's happening all over the world. And Canada started it. Do you know how Canada kicked this off? Because we're really nice people, right? Yes, I don't rage anymore, but I still get healthily angry, right? But we're really nice people. You step on us enough, and we're going to get up off the ground. It's like no man ever hits me, no matter how decrepit I am, no matter how he raised, and I tell the truth, how he raised his fist to me once in drunken anger to stop me from leaving the house with a toddler. Now, this is way back in the days of how he was a daily drunk. Okay? So don't judge, right? But I got out into the hallway of our townhouses, and I had a friend who was going to take me to my sister's for the weekend so he could cool off and sober up. And he raised his fist. Now, I'm a good Canadian woman. I love my husband. I get up and I make his breakfast every day. I make his lunch. He comes home to a hot meal that I serve to him. But you raise your hand to me. And this is what I said to him then, and I will say it now. I don't care how old and decrepit and bad my knees and hands are. You hit me, you make it a good one. You make sure I don't get up. Because if I do, you got a lot to fucking answer for. And it won't be pleasant, because I won't stop until you're down. It's the way it is. This is the way our country feels right now. We feel like we have been punched in the crotch by our own prime minister. He's not even a prime minister. He's a spoiled, entitled child. Okay? We have been pushed down enough. Enough is enough. Oh, that'll make a good scary photo for the bitch factory. Right? They'll stop that, freeze it, and crop it, and make me look like I'm crazy. It's wonderful. Yes, he is, Tita. Yes, he is. I saw protesters giving the police line flowers and telling them that they love them and they don't know how to deal with love. Well, that's the great barrier in it, isn't it? They are holding the line. The cops are holding the line, expecting resistance, expecting people to fight back. And guess what? That's what they expect. That's what they're prepared for. They're not prepared for love. They're not prepared for people to lock hands and lock hearts and sing, "Oh Canada, we shall overcome." All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. John Lennon, very wise man. And I will do a free reading for the first person who can tell me exactly what movie that line came from. Monkey Mom, are you having a wonderful time? Are you laughing at me or with me? I'd really like to know that, so I know whether to mute you or not, right? Hey, Laura Vic, how's it going? Well, thank you. Thank you. Yes, we'll see you tomorrow, Mama, and keep us posted, okay? He needs to be recalled. Yeah, I know. I mean, people are being, trampled by horses and stuff. Not really bad, but yesterday it looked like a scene from the Russian Revolution downtown Ottawa. It was pretty scary. But that's the point, isn't it? They're trying to terrify us even more. I got news for you, Turdo. You don't fucking scare me. You haven't scared me. Okay? You are a spoiled, entitled child hiding behind doors in your privileged position as the minister of prime. And then when the opposition calls you on it, you stomp out of parliament. This is the man supposedly running our country? No. Look who's talking. What do you mean, look who's talking? Are they cleaning up after themselves there in Canada? Are you kidding? Who are you talking about? You see, you got to be a little more specific with these questions, right? Because when the truckers were downtown, okay, for the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, all they did was receive donations of food, which they fed the homeless, and whenever they couldn't, truckloads of food donations went to the homeless shelters. And they fed anybody who would walk up to the table that was hungry. They were cleaning the streets. They were going around. Most of the people who were just coming in for the weekend were leaving garbage all over the place. Truckers were the ones keeping it clean. Okay? So, yeah, they were cleaning up behind themselves. Will this get cleaned up behind? I do not know. I'm a granddaughter of a 2-year-old has never seen society without a mask. I am done with the fear factor. Humble account called Fear Factor. So proud. Hey, how's it going, sweetheart? Paige, how's hubby? Love your content. Well, thank you. Yeah, don't matter. Yeah, I don't have any grandchildren, and my sons are fully compliant, and they're fully compliant with all mandates and all that stuff. And they don't understand why their parents are saying, oh, hell no. He's holding and fighting. Good job. So, I mean, oh yeah, no, the truckers were cleaning whenever they were downtown, wherever they were parked, setting up tables and feeding people. They had bouncy castles for the kids, right? Yes, they got all the kids out of there before this bullshit started with the Emergencies Act. But they had bouncy castles for the kids, and they had hot chocolate, and they had food and music, and people were dancing and beating drums. And it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. That's my country. Those people. That's my country. Not this entitled, spoiled brat in Parliament. That's not the man. Okay? That's not the man I elected. And I did elect him the first time. Sure as shit didn't vote for him the second time when he called that farce of an election. So, oh, well, thank you, Michelle Maria. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. And did anybody get the movie that I was quoting from when I said, all you need is love? John Lennon. Okay, I'll try and give it to you in context. All you need is love. John Lennon, a very smart man. They killed him, you know. It's not in effect yet, no, but until they vote on it being yes or no, he can do this. And that's what I've been saying since I woke up thinking it this morning. This This is Parliament delaying the voting down of the Emergencies Act to let Trudeau hang himself with his own rope. He's pulling all this bullshit, and then Monday they're going to say, oh, now see, all you had to do was engage in a peaceful dialogue with the truckers. But no, you hid, then you ran, then you insulted, and you refused to open a dialogue. Every escalation from the moment the truckers said, we're coming, Trudeau, and he called them a small fringe movement, the moment he did that, he's been doing nothing but escalate the problem ever since. And this is his idea of fixing the problem: force. I know they were feeding the homeless daily. I can't invite anybody to go live. A, I don't know how, and B, I'm live on YouTube, and I can't run the risk of that conversation getting this one dinged because YouTube are fascists. So, Cop Chief Steve Bell has twitches and the body language of a scared man. He will answer one day. Well, I know the one chief stepped down, and I saw. I started to watch the new guy talking about, how that it's all misinformation, that the public's putting out misinformation and all this stuff. I'm sorry. There's enough cell phones out there that are showing exactly what's going on. That's not misinformation. That's live on the ground footage where you're not going to get that from actual mainstream media. Mainstream media is a joke. Look, it wasn't until this morning, okay, that I couldn't either hear or see him speak, the mighty JT, without wanting to harm myself by digging out my ears and pulling out my eyes. Okay, that's a little bit drastic, but I'm serious. Every time I heard, literally every time in the last 2 weeks, I've heard Justin Trudeau speak or seen him speak, I've had massive anxiety attacks. Not even anxiety, panic attacks. Panic attacks about what he's doing to our country. They're not anybody who votes to let this emergency act go through really is a puppet. Anybody who votes for this emergency act to go through really wants a complete destruction of our country. So they better, I'm really hoping they think. I have emailed the entire Senate of Canada saying, please, God, do not let this happen. You may have already covered this, Bev, but what happened with your beeping the horn ticket? I did not plead, because I don't plead except with the Senate. I just marked the box not guilty and said I was beeping at somebody who was waving a flag at me. That's it. That's all. And I sent it back. The what they're saying that will happen with all these things is, oh yeah, Singe, whatever his name is, the head of the NDP party, he really does not know what it means to be NDP. He is the Ed Broadbents and the Jack Laytons are gone from the NDP. The NDP is not what it used to be. So, and he will side with Trudeau because, that's how he likes his shit, covered in liberal frosting. Hi, Dallas. Hey, baby. How are you, darling? I sent you an email. I've just been really under a lot of stuff, a lot of emotional pressure. I've had a rough couple of weeks because I'm an empath. Okay. And it's really hard, even with a shield of protection energy, it's really hard not to be affected by what's going on in the world right now, but in my own country especially. But if I have anything to say about it, I've been saying all along that the only way out is through, and we are going to get through this. Do not let this latest fear-mongering tactic tell you that we've lost or that it's over. It ain't over by half. They move the trucks and they can arrest the people and ticket the people. But this is my thing. Take the ticket. Because by the time everybody sends all their tickets in saying, no way, not guilty, no way, no way, no way, it will take over 18 months to process those. And in that time, most of them will be thrown out because they're past their due date. So just take the ticket and come back next week. NDP used to be for the working man. I know, my father was staunch NDP. My dad was staunch. My mother was staunch PC, right? So I was NDP for years. I was NDP for years until I voted in Trudeau. And then I started to see what was happening in our country. And while everybody else is lifting mandates, he's imposing more. Man. What the hell are you thinking? This is obviously not a popularity yeah, I know the truck. Did the truckers just get into Quebec or get in here today, dear, in Ottawa? The Quebec truckers? Sometime after the others thrown up, the Quebecers want you to take away from this. Okay? I live in Quebec. And I'm an anglophone. Mon français n'est pas bon. Je comprends mieux que je parle. And that's all I got. I can say yes, no, thank you. I can roughly understand if you speak slow, but I am trying. But Trudeau has done one thing nobody's ever been able to do. He's united Quebec with the rest of the country. We are pissed. And they were going to do their lockdown in Quebec City. But the Winter Carnival or Festival is going on right now, and they decided that they would allow it to continue. So they're here in Ontario, or they're in Ontario on the outskirts of Ottawa or in Ottawa. I don't know where they are, but they're going back to Quebec in 2 weeks. If this isn't settled, they're going to go lock down Quebec City Parliament. So, take care, Sherry. Thank you, Laura. Every COVID fine in England contested was dropped by the prosecutors before court. But the problem is not the problem, but in Quebec, they're very rabid about their decisions being heard. So they were the first ones to institute vaccine passports for big box stores. That's pretty much every store. If you want to go to a Big Giant Tiger, or a Home Depot, a Walmart, or a Costco, it's vaccine passports. Even Quebec is lifting the mandates. And while they were talking about lifting the mandates, Trudeau was imposing more. That man has done nothing but lie to the country from the get-go. Right from his first campaign promise that said, that the rights of Canadians need to be protected, not just Canadians' rights and freedom, or Canadians' rights and freedoms need to be protected, not just from corporations who may take advantage of the state. Well, Justin, put your fucking money where your mouth is, because that's some of the words that had me vote him in. And now he's just turned the tables. And nothing you can say, or nothing he can say that comes out of his mouth is trustworthy. Well, U.S. are a little, the U.S. are a little more like, this is the point, okay? This should tell you something. Canadians are a very peaceful people. Makes you wonder how we can send off our peacekeepers to other countries. We can't keep peace here. No, this has been very peaceful. Any crap that you saw happening, somebody pissing on the tomb of the unknown soldier or the grave of the unknown soldier, that was staged. Okay? People dancing on it, that was staged for a video. Swastikas, okay, planted. Confederate flag, planted. Okay? Do you hear? It only takes one bad apple to spoil an entire barrel. And that's what they thought they could do by planting all these, the desecration of the Terry Fox Monument. No, you watch the video. Truckers found that done and cleaned it up and then posted guards around it. The same with the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, right? They took down, the veterans took down the fences that were around the monument and stood guard on their own. We all are aware of all of the plans. So Trudeau had something to stand up and say, I don't care. I don't care what anything he says, right? I don't give a fiddler's fart what comes out of his mouth, because a fiddler's fart would be more useful. I know. I know. If the truckers come to Washington, that's because as much as people think that Canadians and Americans are alike, we're cousins, okay? We're brothers and sisters, but we were raised by different people. You feel me? I mean, I always thought that things would be the same when I went to the US. Food would be the same. The way people talk would be the same. It's not. Nothing's exactly the same. It feels like Canada, but it's not Canada. And you see, where we have the right to have hunting rifles, and we can have a handgun if we have a place to shoot paper at but we can't actually use them for anything other than target practice in a facility designed for target practice. Do you feel me? The United States, a whole other animal when it comes to guns. The United States has the Second Amendment, totally different from Canada. And although Canadians' Charter of Rights and Freedoms was based on the US's Bill of Rights, our constitutions are very similar but different in ways. Okay, so the U.S. truckers might want to strike, keep rigs at home. New York has food only for 3 days with no truckers. That's from that's a comment from my live. Well, what are you going to do, right? Truckers, truckers are truckers are truckers. But Americans, well, I'm not going to say they have more balls than Canadians, but let's just say they have more balls than Canadians. Because Canadians, I have watched person I love after person I love not question the narrative and just roll up their sleeve. I've had loved one after loved one not want to talk to me because I have a big mouth. Are they afraid of hearing the truth? Or are they just worried? I don't know. They won't talk to me. And that's okay. That is also a choice. Right? Me and Howie have had so many family members, all of our family, except for a few cousins who I keep in touch with. They all rolled up their sleeve and said, it's for God and country, so to speak. Oh, really? Do you honestly think this is about your health now? I've been saying this for weeks and months. Do you really think this is about your health? They don't want your health. They want you controlled. And this has been an ongoing campaign from the pharmaceutical industry from the day they made aspirin, the chemical knockoff to white willow bark. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, that's the firearms are illegal in the UK. Now, this is coming from my friend Andrew in Yorkshire. But gun crime is still rife. Yeah. All you do when you make guns illegal is put them in the hands of the illegal. Do you honestly think anybody who's going to use a gun for nefarious reasons is going to walk up to the government and say, yep, this is my shotgun. I use it for hunting. Sign the register. Buy a firearm. Sign the register. Do you honestly think we're going to walk up and try and hold somebody up or do something wrong with a firearm that we know, that we've told the government we have? No. All the gun violence that's happening, 90% of it is illegal firearms. So what happens when you take the guns out of the hands of the good people? You leave them at the mercy of the government and the crooks. And sometimes I'm having a hard time telling the difference between the governments and the crooks. But here, this is my personal opinion. Okay? Please do your own research. If you don't, you can't go anywhere from Walmart's had you show your Vaxx passport. Well, I went into Costco and they made me wear a face shield because I refused to wear a mask. And even though the face shield was better, it still triggered my claustrophobia. If they had forced me to wear a mask, the next time I go into a store and they tell me I got to wear a mask, it's going to be, okay, I'll wear a mask. You provide me with the mask. And then you stand by for 911 as I have a panic attack because I have to wear it. You understand? That will be not the store's doing, not the government's doing. That will be the person issuing me the order to wear a mask. You deal with the ambulance. You pay the bill for the ambulance. Oh, and the ambulance won't take, and then the ambulance will take me to the hospital and stick me in a room with nobody else because I'm unvaxxed. I don't go to the hospital. Not these days. Why? Because if you're unvaccinated, you don't get treated fairly. Walmart, no more passport required. Excellent. They're lifting the mandates. That's what I'm talking about. They are lifting the mandates all across the country. But Trudeau's like, no, I'm right. And him and Biden are holding hands across the border. And I saw an interesting video on TikTok. Let me see if I can find it. Just give me a second here, folks. Give me a second here. I'm going to add it into the chat. If I can, oh, right. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me go over, just give me a second here. And this is the last thing. I can't give it to you guys on TikTok, but you guys have I've already shared it on TikTok. Let me just go to my chat here. Hang on a second. Here we go. Oh, it's not TikTok, it's Instagram. Okay. So here's an Instagram video for you guys. Restore chat. I'm getting better at this. Now, even if you think this guy's full of crap, I have seen, and everyone goes, oh, you get your information on TikTok. Well, guess what? TikTok puts out a lot of solid video evidence that you just cannot deny. My husband panics too, starts pushing people out of the way. He can't breathe. You can't go into crowds too. I have a hard time with crowds and sirens. I have a really hard time with sirens. And I think it's got something to do with my mother being taken away in an ambulance. Was the last time I saw her. But anyway, this guy's talking about, okay, first I saw a video of a panel of people who were saying mRNA and all that can willingly or whether programmed or accidentally change your DNA, adhere to your DNA. That's not my stuff. That's just something I heard. Remember, this is all about opinion. But if you watch this video, this guy starts talking about, and this video was made in 2018. The very first beginning of that video, he was talking about it in 2018, about transhumanism. Because your pineal gland in your head is what they call the God gland, or your God consciousness gland. It allows you to connect with a higher power, a faith, right? And every time they shove those big long sticks right up there, they are poking at the brain barrier. And guess what else? Most of us have a calcified pineal gland. Do you know why? Fluoride. Okay, it's making it a hard thing. So what's happening now is they thought they've gotten to the point where they could separate us. Did you know that your heart sends out a frequency that can reach the person next to you as long as you're not 6 feet apart? Not saying, just saying, do your own research. Bev, Gina Bova got the John Lennon comment from movie Independence Day. All right, Gina. All right, Gina. Gina. I am Gina Bova. Last card of the day. Who's going to rot? Is that, obviously, there's a fake name and no picture, obviously. Please don't engage the trolls. They feed off of attention. If you don't give them attention, they will go away. They will starve to death. Electromagnetic fields. Yes. UN planes landing in Ottawa bringing police. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? Gina? Deer of the Delta. Now, I don't know what the book says, but I see a mama protecting her baby. And I see the full power of God behind her. I don't know if that means anything to you, but you are protecting an innocent, whether it is your own spirit or it is somebody close to you, but you are protecting an innocent is all I don't know if it's a person or actually a belief or a faith, but you're protecting an innocent. And you're doing the right thing. Does that make sense? I never said you were a fake. I'm quite pleased there's a live today. I'm so alone and tired in all ways. Well, you know how to fix that, Malka. Okay? You got to be more honest with yourself. You got to take better care of yourself. You are not looking after you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, as well as physically. Okay? You got to work on that, baby. You got to work on that. Frequency is all. Could I have a card, please? Yes, Kel. I'm going to pull for Kel Storm. Oh, yeah, there it is. Now, I don't know if this came upside down or not. It's hard to tell. Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, Frequency of Sound. Diving deep. Well. Doesn't that say everything you just said, Kel? That frequency is everything. And did you know that the frequency with which music is played is not the actual right frequency for us to hear it and it make a difference. I think we're supposed to listen to music at 432 hertz, I think. But your elders, and what I'm getting, Kel, is that you are of the water. You are closer. You've been here before. You are from a different realm. You've come from another realm. It's water-based, and your elders are calling you. Okay? You need to listen. You need to understand that you are getting closer and closer to hearing that frequency. I know, sweetheart. I know you're trying, Malka. Yes, it does. She's my only baby girl. Okay. Okay. Well, then people have, I know, I'm sorry if it's freezing up. People have a tendency to think, because this is on Wi-Fi, because I don't have any data on this phone. People have a tendency to think, I lost it. Whatever it was, it's gone. Listen, guys, let's do a quick prayer, shall we? This gives everybody time to leave who doesn't feel the spiritual need to join in our closing prayer. It is a non-denominational closing prayer, which means you tap into your faith, your higher power, the God of your understanding. But together we can drop the walls of religion and join hands and hearts in faith. You link into yours, I'll link into mine. And we haven't done this for a bit, so I think it's time. You don't have to stay. That is your choice. That is absolutely your choice. Okay? Not everybody, resonates with the same thing. Okay? But this is all about raising our vibrations and our light. Okay? They play at 440 hertz, causes sadness and anger. Thank you, Sage Spa. Hi, darling. All right, so here we go. Everybody who cares to, please help me close with a prayer. Okay? You tap into yours. You don't necessarily have to listen to how I talk to my higher power, but do hear the message as it resonates with you. Okay? Oh God, creator of all, source of all in the multiverse. Thank you for bringing us together today. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, God, and we just want to lift up the freedom fighters and the people that are afraid or anxious or don't know where they're going or don't know how to deal. God, we lift them up to you so that you can give them love and calm and patience and tolerance. And while the freedom fighters all step forward and raise your light of love aloft, God, so that anybody fleeing the darkness can step inside, recharge, and then lift their light aloft. Because God, we know your light, the light of your love, is the only thing that will push back the darkness. So please, God, help us to lift our light aloft with love and patience and tolerance and peace, so that we can go forward knowing exactly where we're going. Amen. Namaste. Shalom. Peace be with you. Merry meet. Mary Park, miigwech. So mote it be. As it is, and as it always shall be. Thank you, God. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. See patrons tomorrow. I will see everybody else on Thursday. Take care. God bless. Blah, blah, blah. Take care. God bless. And remember, hold the light. People are saying hold the line, and that's true. But hold the light. Show the love. Okay? Not the anger. Not the fear. Show the patience, the tolerance, and the love. Because all the world needs now is love, sweet love. And I love you dearly. Take care. God bless. I love you guys. Never forget that.